Welcome back, my fellow patriots, to the Save Our Republic daily video series. We're asking the question today, is Pluribus Unum dead? Now, you may have heard that Latin phrase, but might only have a vague recollection of what it means and why it's important to America. It means out of many, one. So out of many, one. Pluribus Unum. And it is on our Great Seal of the United States. It's also on our money. It's also on a couple of other important areas in connection with America, such as the United States Senate Chamber, on the flags and seals of the United States House of Representatives, as well as the U.S. Senate. It appears on the flags of Michigan, my home state, as well as New York, North Dakota, and Wisconsin, as well as many other passing references. And it's a 13-letter seal, which is perfect for the origin of the United States with 13 original states, and has been something that has been hand in glove with the country for a very long time. You might ask, why is it important? Well, it represents the ideal of America, that out of a diverse, unique, and novel set of human beings, that we can unite together and have a sense of unity for a larger purpose. And originally, of course, it involved many different states coming together, but also involved many different heritages coming together. You know, America, we often kind of think about just, at least for Caucasians, we think mostly of just England, but there were Scottish and Irish. And remember, Scotland and Ireland were often at conflict with the English. It also includes French and Germans and Dutch and other nationalities from across the world, especially in Europe, in America. And of course, it also included African Americans, at least those that were freed from or never were enslaved and were part of the United States. And over time, I think that we can relish the fact that our franchise and our society has continued to broaden over time to help fulfill the promise of the Declaration of Independence. That is, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. We've added to that women. We've added to that racial minorities. We've added to that different kinds of religions, and that would have been true at the beginning of the country, but also religions that might have been considered to be exotic and foreign at the time the United States was formed, not just Jews, and Jews were there at the beginning and actually were significant contributors to the patriot cause, but also to those such as Islam and Buddhists and Hindus, people of different sexual orientations, different gender roles, that our progress of freedom, that march of liberty, that expansion of the social compact has been going in fits and starts clearly, but it has been expanding, and we're trying to continue to expand it as much as we can. Well, I should say many of us do. There's clearly another perspective, and that perspective is that America has never lived up to that promise and never will, and that it's a lie to promulgate such a promise, and that we should not try to unify around universal principles of our founding first principles, such as the rule of law, unalienable rights, limited government, the social compact, equality, and the right to alter or abolish oppressive government, those founding first principles in the Declaration of Independence. But instead, we should identify ourselves by immutable characteristics like race, like our heritage, that we should, instead of trying to unify, that we should recognize our differences and accentuate them so that they become the defining characteristic of your life. I think that is extremely unhealthy. It is a recipe for unraveling our social compact, for destroying the undergirding spirit of America, and that what really we ought to be focused on is not what divides us, but what unites us. And those that seek to perpetuate the division of the country through a variety of different means, whatever that might be, political, cultural, racial, religious, that they are in essence creating a suicide pact for themselves and for others to destroy our country from within. We need to focus on what unifies us, not what divides us. We need to focus on what brings us together, not tears us apart. Until next time, don't forget about America's Survival Guide at americasurvivalguide.com, Patriot Week at patriotweek.org, the Patriot Lessons American History and Civics podcast. So the answer to the question is whether or not E Pluribus Unum is dead is in your hands. God bless you, and God bless America.